Hello everybody, and welcome to the stream of today's Duet Masters in the plasma format. Today we have Team something22 against Team Legionnaire, who are guaranteed third place regardless if they win or lose, because the winner of this will go into the losers bracket final to see if they can get into the losers bracket, the upper bracket grand final. So the two teams we have today, Anxious and Reason playing for Team Legionnaire, and something22 and Strelok 90X playing for Team something22. Let me just go over what the plasma format is, if you guys don't know already. Plasma format consists of either the turrets Ricochet or Twins, and you can either use any medium hull or light hull. So that will be Wasp, Hornet, Viking, Dictator, or Hunter. So yeah, the teams will start at the 10-minute mark in about 10 seconds, and we'll just see the team self-destructing just now. And we're off. Both the red team players, Anxious and Reason, with the acid paint, one from Load of the Points. Both teams making a good start. something22 on the high bridge, taking out Reason, which he does. Meanwhile, Strelok takes out Anxious, supporting something22 as something22 crosses the bridge, places a mine, and captures within the first 30 seconds, making the score 1-0. Nice self-destruct from something22 to get his health and supplies back. Meanwhile, we have Anxious taking the flag while Team something22 were respawning, takes the repair kit. And another quick cap from Anxious. Let's just take note of the equipments right now. So for Team something22, we can see that there's both a Twins and a Ricochet being used. And for Team Legionnaire, we have a Ricochet and a Twins as well. Like we saw before, both combos are quite effective, although I would kind of prefer to have a Ricochet as both players, because previously we saw two Ricochets working very well in a map like this. Although it could work when you have a lot of close combat action, like we see just now, where Twins would be very effective compared to Ricochet, where Ricochet is more suited towards camping behind the houses and other areas you can see in the map. But it's quite an even match right now, especially with both teams 1-1, 8 minutes left. We have something22 and Strelok making a double push. something22 doing really well to hold off Reason as Strelok takes the flag. Don't think Anxious will get there in time. And another capture for Team something22, making the score 2-1. Nice self-destruct from Strelok to regain his full health and supplies, as we see something22 take the flag. He's already used his repair kit though, and is taken out by Anxious. See Anxious there just placed a mine behind the ramp in the aim that Strelok will go over it if he gets down. But the reason they're blocking both players of the something22 team, although something22 takes him out. Nice blocking from Strelok, takes out Anxious, leaving something22 a clear route across the bridge. And a third cap. 3-1, 7 minutes to go. Two versus one on Strelok with Reason and Anxious in there. Reason uses the repair kit, although he's flipped, drops the flag to Anxious. something22 taking the upper route. I believe he will get to the flag first. With the Twins, it's going to be hard to direct the shots over to Anxious, who now takes cover behind the map, dropping the flag to Reason. And now we have a bit of a standoff. We've seen many of these standoffs in the short bridge map in this tournament. And in this stage of the tournament, you'd expect both teams to manage their situation very well. This all comes down to coordination, especially. Knowing when to attack, when to self-destruct, because it's pointless going in for a lone attack when you've got two of the players defending the flag. But right now, something22 might have a chance as he goes in with full supplies activated, takes out Reason, going in on Anxious, who uses his repair kit. Anxious still has a repair kit, I believe, as he goes in on Strelic and something22. Don't know if he'll get too far though with something22, or has a repair kit still active as well. So yeah, edgy couple minutes after those initial 4 captures for both teams. I wonder if it would be worthwhile for either one of these teams to go out and push for the flag. Like we saw the other day, it might have been yesterday, where Team Force were very effective in this. For example, the flag would go up and sit on the bridge and direct ricochet shots down below. Meanwhile, the other player would go in and do damage on the flag. So a very high pressure method. It's a case of whether these teams will learn from that and maybe try that technique. Because right now it just seems to be 1 versus 2, sorry, on the flag, and neither team really getting anywhere. But it's all up to Reason and Anxious to take this by the scruff of the neck, because they really need to get back into this game. 4 minutes to go. Something22 in there on Reason. Meanwhile, Anxious is over at Strelic. Ooh, Anxious triggers both of those mines from something22. Reason drops the flag for Anxious, and Reason yet again will go in for a push on his flag, which is held by Strelic just now. Something22 coming in on Reason, but the timing of the repair kits was just too good from Reason, and means that something22 is destroyed. Anxious self-destructs, and we're back to square one again. Red flag is dropped for something22. Anxious is coming in there with his full supplies activated, although it is 2 versus 1 again. See there, Reason across with the ricochet. Maybe he'll be able to direct some shots across, which he's trying to do, which I think is the secret to unlock this standoff situation. The player holding the flag must come up and put in some pressure. To be honest, with 2.5 minutes to go, it's now or never for Team Legionnaire. They really have to go out and push. Especially with the repair kit up above, they have nothing to lose if they want to go and push. And the fact that they're 3-1 down. Self-destruct from Reason. Bit risky though, something22 was coming in against Anxious. You'd think Anxious might self-destruct with not too much health left. Although he's going in on something22, who respawns just in front of him. Reason hanging back a little bit, trying to do some damage. But it's not too effective, as the flag is intact still. As Anxious now takes the flag for Team Legionnaire. Something22 coming in on Anxious, but again Reason spawns in front, preventing him from making a significant attack on the flag. Strelok moving away as Reason's coming in, but should trigger those mines, which he does. And this standoff's pretty much lasted the whole game. Something22 now coming in on Anxious. This is going to be a close one. Ooh, Something22 just taken out. Anxious with hardly any health left. Self-destructs in the hope that either Reason will take this when he dies or himself, Anxious, will take this again. Which he looks like he will. See, I would always prefer for the Ricochet to take the flag, because then the Ricochet can hang back and fire some long-range shots from the back of the base, whereas the Twins can move forwards and do some close combat damage. Whereas you can't really do that if the Twins is holding the flag. But right now we have Anxious making a push with the flag on Strelok, because they have nothing to lose. 10 seconds to go. But it's a return from Strelok. No health left at all. And it's a last second capture, making the score 4-1, giving this round to Team Something22. So congratulations to them on taking the first round. Let me just mention, if you don't already know, there'll be 4 rounds in this game. So Something22 have taken the first one, so need to win 2 more, or win the next one and tie the next one if they were to progress. So if they do progress, they will go against Team Exceptional in the losers bracket final. Team Exceptional lost against Team Force 3-2. They lost in a tiebreaker yesterday, so very, very close game. It'll be interesting to see if they can make it back up to the grand final of the top bracket, and then whoever wins that game will be against Team Force, obviously, to win the Gladiator paint. So it's getting much more exciting as the tournament's progressing, much more intense. So this round I think we'll see a much bigger attack from Anxious and Reason. They kind of have to be honest. They can't hold back and defend like they were doing before when they had the flag. Because they really need to go out and make as many captures as possible, because they lacked quality in that last round. So 40 seconds to go till we start. Neither team has made an equipment change that we can see yet. You would think maybe Team Legionnaire with Anxious and Reason may make an equipment change because things aren't going well, but it looks like they're sticking to what they've got. Maybe just going to change the game strategy a little. So yeah, a couple of seconds and we'll be underway. As the teams self-destruct just now. Looks like we've got everybody going to the center bridge. Looks like Strelok coming out strongest in that little scuffle there. He's got a repair kit falling above him, although it'd be best for him to go and take the flag, which he's going to try and do. Or block Reason off, which is very effective. Something22 takes the flag, although it's 2 versus 1, and is imminently flipped by Reason and doesn't get far. So Reason's going up over the top as Strelok takes the flag, but is met by Anxious, turns the flag, and Reason captures for Team Legion. Impressive. So the score is 1-0 in this round. So if Team Legionnaire can keep this up, then they can even it up in terms of rounds. But the flag is currently dropped to Strelok, who's clear in on his flag. It's going to be a close one, and just captures. Just before Anxious got the flag, but he does take the flag just now. 2 versus 1. Something22 is not going to get anywhere in time, especially with Reason blocking him, which he does quite effectively. Something22 has already used a repair kit and is taken out. But in turn is also taken out by Strelok. Takes the flag. Might be a clear route to the flag here if he can get across this bridge, which he does. Reason's coming in. Don't think he'll be able to get to the red flag, and Strelok captures, making it 2 each. Wow, much faster paced game now. We've got 4 flags captured already in the first 2 minutes. Both teams really going for it. A nice synchronized self-destruct from Strelok and Something22. But they might have done that a little too late, as Reason looks to take the flag. And he makes his way up the bridge. Something22 triggers the mine, well placed by Reason. He captures, making it 3-2. Yet another flag pull by Anxious in on Something22. Another capture. And that must have been less than, what, 10 seconds? Pretty rapid from Team Legion there. And they're in pole position to be winners of this round, which is what they need. Reason up above takes out Something22. Strelok in there trying to defend his flag. Uses the repair kit at just the right time. That's a nice return. See, in this map, in this round, sorry, both these guys are taking the above option as opposed to moving around the sides. Right from the start, we saw both teams immediately go up to the top, which is proving a lot more effective for Team Legionnaire than we saw in the first round, where it was just, you know, standoff time for both. So yeah, again, both teams meeting in the middle. Something22 in on Anxious. Anxious uses the repair kit first, although Something22 used it not long after, but has pretty much no health left. Reason takes him out. It's a very different game. We could something here as Strelok takes the blue flag, coming back over the bridge while Something22 blocks off Anxious, and effectively does so. And a capture for Team Something22. 3-4. Two versus 1 on the red flag. Something22 is ganged up, taken out by Anxious, who uses the repair kit. Reason doing kind of well to block Strelok off. And that's another capture for Team Legionnaire. Meaning the score is 5-3, 5.5 minutes left. To be honest, at this stage, Legionnaire could switch to their previous tactic now of creating the standoff situation, because it would mean that less flags would be captured, which is what they need right now, to not concede any more flags. But Anxious does a really good job of flipping Something22, preventing him getting away. As Strelok is destroyed, with the Reason coming in on Something22. Uses the repair kit. And now it's back to bases with both teams. Something22 and Strelok both making a double push across the bridge. Something22 taken out. As Strelok is going up against Anxious. Anxious wins that miniature battle on the bridge, as he'll come down and try and deal some damage to Something22, which he doesn't manage to do as effectively as he could have. Nice mine placement from Reason there, right at the foot of the ramp. You can see here most of the mines have been at the bottom of both of the ramps on the bridge and in the center, less so at the back side of each map, each side of the map, because obviously there's simply not been any standoff situations. But right now we have Something22 making his way back across the bridge from a nice drop from Strelok, meaning the score is 4-5. Just under 4 minutes remaining. Could go either way, to be honest. Anxious up there commanding the top of the bridge, taken out by Strelok. There's a repair kit falling, so if either one of these guys at the top of the bridge can destroy the others, they'll have the repair kit. Strelok takes it, overtaken by something22, who's trying to push down on Reason and Anxious. Does well, because now it's a 2 versus 2 situation, allowing something22 to take the flag, though nicely taken out by Anxious, focusing his efforts on the flag. And back to square one again. Something22 trying to push Reason away as Strelok comes in behind him. Very end to end of this game compared to the last one. Especially since both teams are using the ramp to best effect. I'm surprised not one team has gone to 2 twins as a combination. Because there's a lot of close combat action where I think twins would be a lot more effective because of its rate of fire. Because we're constantly seeing head-to-head battles like we are just now with Anxious and Strelok. But nonetheless, it's working well for Team Legionnaire right now. 5-4, with 2 minutes remaining. They just need to hang on to this lead, because if they do that, that'll tie the runs 1-1 and get them back in the game. Something22 holding that bridge well, knows that Strelok is behind him to hold further as Anxious comes in. Reason in there for backup for Anxious, takes out Strelok, and it looks like Reason will just command the top of that bridge, just allowing Anxious to come in behind him and dealing as much damage to Something22 as he can. That repair kit's falling. Anxious should control that, which he does. Very nice. Goes underneath Strelok to take the flag. Looks like they're going to make a push. Both teams are making a push now, with Something22 acting in defense mode, trying to chase after Anxious, though he's not going to do so, and it's a return for Reason. Anxious capturing, meaning the score is 6-4. A nicely taken risk there from Team Legionnaire. A minute to go, and if you go in advance like that, there's always the risk that you can lose your own flag. But it paid off well for Team Legionnaire, so they lead 6-4. And this run should be quite comfortable if they just continue what they're doing, meaning the score is 1-1 in rounds. Strelok takes the flag, uses a repair kit, drops a mine, and Anxious is unable to get any shots on him as he makes his way across the bridge because he's using twins. Strelok self-destructs nicely there, so he should respawn just as Reason gets to the flag, which he's not going to do so because Something22 is doing a really good job of blocking. "15 seconds to go, and looks to be Legionnaire's in the bag. So congratulations to them, taking this second round, meaning the score is 1-1. I'm pretty amazed to see that the style of gameplay was completely different in this round compared to the previous one. The previous one we just saw, some stationary gameplay with both teams having someone camping behind with the flag, and it was just a bit pointless because you only had one person going in to attack the flag, whereas in reality you really need 2 people going into the flag to try and return it. This game was a lot more open because we just saw both teams going across the middle, which meant it was absolutely anybody's game and very fast gameplay. So right now for Team Something22, it looks like Baleka has joined the map, who's a member of Team Something22's team, so we'll have a look to see if there's going to be a substitution. Might not be though, as Something22 and Strelok were playing pretty well, only lost by 1 capture. So we'll just have to see how this round pans out. I think the previous strategy of going all out across the bridge works really, really well for Team Legionnaire. It meant they were able to advance really fast and get as many flags as possible right from the start, which I'm pretty sure took something22 by surprise, which is what they'll aim to do again in this round, you'd hope. So yeah, about 30 seconds before we start. You can see Reason and Anxious there again on the bridge. Maybe they'll be taking that approach again, right across the bridge. It was more entertaining to watch, let's be honest, compared to the first round, because nobody wants to see people camping away and playing it very safe. But that's to be expected of the first rounds. So, third round now, and that's both teams self-destructed, and we are underway. So let's see what's going to happen here. Right from the bat, we can see both teams again going for that central approach, fighting for that repair kit as if it was a gold box. Incredible. That's Reason and Strelok taken out, but Anxious and Baleka both take the flags respectively. Nice return from Reason there. Anxious drops the flag very nicely to Reason, who captures, making the score 1-0 for Team Legionnaire. You think with the substitutions, something22 coming out and Baleka joining may have just disrupted the momentum of the team. I think in a game like this, it's always best to stick with the same team. Although we'll just have to wait and see how it works. Meanwhile, we have Anxious taking the flag, taken out by Strelok, as Baleka comes into return full health as he looks to try and deal some damage on Reason up at the top. Which he does, he takes him out, so hopefully we'll go on to deal some damage to Anxious in return. Baleka's playing quite nicely. What he was doing there, just sort of camping underneath the ramp and directing his twin shots just across the level surface. Very clever play. This is what he's doing again, staying a little bit below and using the auto aim to sort of direct his shots down onto Reason. Already we can see the amount of mines that have been placed on the ramp. Most effective place to put the mines, though, to be fair, and it's proven to be very effective. Again, Baleka coming up, should take this repair kit, although Reason jumps over him. Might have been a tiny bit of lag there, takes the repair kit, although Reason flips. And now it's a one-on-one situation yet again on the bridge. Strelok flips himself as Anxious takes the flag, triggering a mine, and Baleka returns it nicely to prevent him getting away. So yeah, a very edgy start in these opening 2.5 minutes or so. But both teams adhering to the strategy they used in the second round of just completely going for it across the bridge. I think both teams have learnt what the other team is going to do, so it's all about seeing who can get to the center the first, basically. Blake is going in on the red flag, taken out though. He had no health and no repair kit. So it's just Strelok there up on the top, dealing as much damage as he can to Reason and Anxious. Reason jumps over Baleka, taken out. Again, neither team is really getting anywhere. It's just constant, constant fire being switched between both teams on the top. This is where I wouldn't be surprised if one of the teams switches to 2 twins, because all the action is literally happening on that short bridge, hence the name Short Bridge of the map. Strelok's trying to deal damage on Anxious, but Anxious might take this repair kit, which is above him, which he does just in time. Might have a repair kit left, so he's going to go in on the flag against Baleka. Uses repair kit very nicely. He's blocked kind of by Reason, his own teammate, although recovers nicely, takes the flag and captures. 2-0 for Team Legionnaire now. I mean, it's not the most entertaining thing to watch, especially since we're seeing the same thing over and over again. But it seems to be working for Team Legion, and at the same time, they've pulled it back in rounds. If they win this, it'll be 2-1 for them, which is exciting in itself to see. So, full credits to them. Reason trying to block Strelok off at the bridge there. He's got backup from Anxious as Anxious comes in. It's all about trying to find an opening in this game now. Trying to find that sweet spot where both of the opposition team are respawning or have no health, and that's your time to push. So if Anxious can try and deal some damage here, he does a little bit. Reason can then try and finish the job. I don't think Team something22 have touched the Team Legionnaire flag. Very rarely making any attack. It's just showing you how good this tactic of Anxious and Reason is. Working really, really well for them. But right now it's 2 versus 1. Strelok against Reason. Although Strelok flips. Recovers himself. He's going to go in to block Anxious away. Baleka goes over the bridge. Looks to be a capture for Team something22. Baleka's got no health left. Just about captures. Wow. That ricochet shot across the map from Reason rebounded off the back wall to take out Baleka. But that's Anxious and Reason going in on Baleka. 2 versus 1. Now it's 2 versus 2. 2 versus 1 again. Reason against Strelok. Strelok comes out on top on that one. You can just sense that Strelok and Baleka might just edge it back into the game. With 3 minutes to go, we could really see all it takes is just a fast capture from either of these teams to get the momentum back in their favour. As Baleka's trying to do just now, but Reason stops him in his tracks, self-destructs, and leaves Anxious with the job of going back up onto that bridge yet again, dealing damage to Strelok. I think it's the first time we've seen somebody go round the side, as Baleka goes round the side to take out Anxious. Takes out Reason as well, uses his repair kit. Now he goes across the other side, although Anxious knew what he was doing and returned it quite nicely. Now we see Anxious going across the side as well for Team Legion. Takes the flag. Baleka's just behind him. This looks to be a capture from Strelok, as Strelok took out Reason. And it is 2-all. What did I say? Could switch the momentum completely, which it has, and it's allowed Baleka to make another swift capture, only 10 seconds after that previous capture. Wow, so the score is 3-2 in favour of something22. Anxious takes the flag and captures again, so 3-3. A couple of quick succession captures there. Very, very nice play. Anxious taken out by Baleka, who then goes in to block off Reason. Team Legion are really going to have to do something here, as Strelok gets away, placing a mine nicely, capturing to make it 4-3. So, if things stay like this with a minute and a half to go, this could be something22's round. Meaning that if they win the next round, that'll be game over. But right now, we have Baleka and Strelok going in again on the red flag. Team Legionnaire are in real danger here, as Anxious goes in to try and push in on the blue flag, but I don't think he's going to get there in time. Strelok captures nicely. Reason's taking the flag of something22, but he won't get far, as Baleka takes his flag. Reason's just going to sit there and wait for his teammate to come in behind. Don't know if he'll get there though, as Baleka returns the flag nicely. And for Team Legionnaire, unfortunately, it's fallen apart completely. In those last 2 minutes there, they've conceded 3 flags. Not very good at all. They've cracked under the pressure. Strelok takes out Reason there, allowing Baleka just to pass him, do some damage on Anxious. But yeah, 7-3. Team something22 have really snatched this now, winning the round 7-3. Now, it was quite impressive from Team something22 there to get so many flags in such a small space of time. So yeah, that gives the third round to something22, meaning that if they win this round, or even tie this round, that will be them through to the final of the losers bracket. This sort of a very aggressive strategy, though, from both of the teams, which we saw in the second and third rounds, I think paid dividends for Reason and Anxious. It really did work well, but Baleka and Strelok countered that immaculately, to be honest. But there's no doubt that I think Anxious and Reason will stick to that strategy of going all out for these early caps. Although one thing they must take in mind is the fact that they really can't afford to lose any last-second flags or last couple-minute flags like they did in the previous round. So that's going to be all important. Like I said before, they could switch up a little bit. So they could, for example, go all out at the beginning and capture these flags really fast. And then in the later half of the game, they can simply just take the flag and camp behind to create a standoff situation, which we saw before meant that there was no captures really at all, and slowed the game right down, which may work in their favor. So 20 seconds to go before we get started. As the team self-destruct now. And we're underway. Anxious and Reason back on that blue side. Funny thing to note is that the blue side seem to have won every round of this map. But I wouldn't particularly say neither side has a particular advantage, because if you notice, the whole map is symmetrical. So it must purely be a psychological thing. Strelok takes the flag, but taken out by Anxious. Again, we see both teams using the bridge to their advantage to try and control the map as much as possible. So yeah, Anxious and Reason making an aggressive attack there. Reason in on Baleka. Reason doing well to flip Baleka. Well played. Although he doesn't have a repair kit and is taken up by Strelok. Nicely done. Anxious coming in there. In on Strelok again. So it looks like neither team wants to make the first mistake in this all-important round. Because all something22 needs to do is tie this round, and that's then won into the final. So the pressure is really on Team Legionnaire, with the Reason and Anxious to go all out and capture to win this round, otherwise they are out. Remember, a lot is at stake in this tournament because the grand prize is Gladiator, and it would be some achievement for Team Legionnaire to win the Gladiator paint, especially since they already have the acid paint. Would make for a very, very beautiful garage. So Baleka is on the top of the bridge again. Strelok comes in to take his place on the bridge. Anxious again, trying to take out Strelok on the bridge. Everything's happening on this bridge right now. Score is 0-0. 7 minutes to go. This is the longest time we've had in the rounds we've had so far, in that neither team has captured. So it's showing they're doing the defensive part right, but it's all about capturing flags. That's how you win, obviously. So Reason going in on the red flag. Strelok takes the blue flag of Legionnaire, gets away, taking the route away from the bridge. Baleka's blocking Anxious, which he does very well. Well-timed repair kit and mine. Looks like Strelok's going to capture this. Blocks himself a little bit on the wall, just captures before Reason gets there. Very nice indeed. Again, like we saw in the latter half of the previous round, it seemed more effective in captures when players went around the sides. Because everybody was so used to going over the bridge, just changing it up a little bit. And right now we see a standoff situation, like the first round. So it looks like the gameplay will be slowed right down. Baleka taking the flag for Team something22, and Reason taking the flag for Team Legionnaire. So it's all up to Team Reason to try and get something out of this game. Team Legionnaire, I should say, sorry. And yeah, Reason drops the flag. A little bit of miscommunication there as he went back slightly, although Anxious takes the flag. On the other side, Baleka drops it for Strelok. Baleka trying to push back Reason as much as he can, which he does, takes him out. Anxious hasn't placed any mine. Didn't need to though, as he took out Baleka very comfortably. Again, like I said before, maybe a little bit more effective for the Ricochet to be taking the flag, so he can camp behind and get some long distance shots in on the opposition as they come in. But maybe they'll drop it shortly. As Baleka's trying to come in on Anxious. Stopped in his tracks by Reason, who might actually be destroyed, which he is, but Baleka's got no health left and is in turn destroyed by Anxious. So 5 minutes to go, and yeah, as we can see, just like the first round, it's very, very slow. We'll be lucky if we see another capture or two by the end of this round. But all it takes is one team to make a mistake or a brilliant piece of play from somebody. And these people are definitely capable of producing something very, very brilliant. As we see right now, Anxious going in on Strelok, but he triggers two mines. Very nicely placed mines to say nonetheless. But wow, return from Baleka, taking out Reason as he was pinned in that corner. Drops the flag to Strelok. This could be two captures within about 10 seconds. And it is. Wow, so 3-0 for Team something22. Very, very nicely played. Although that's the Team something22 taken out. Leaves space for Anxious to run over the bridge, the short method. Back to his base and a capture. Pinning it back a little bit. But there's still two flags in it still, so a lot of work to be done from Team Legionnaire. Baleka doing a nice job of going in there and blocking off Reason. Reason has no health left. Oh, beautiful shot from Strelok on the ricochet. Don't know if he meant that. He swiveled his turret right around, bouncing the shot off the wall to take out Baleka. Reason. And Baleka finishing off the move here from Strelok, capturing to make it 4-1. Very nicely played from Baleka. Again, Strelok's distracted there as Reason is up there on the bridge to meet him. Anxious triggers Strelok's mine. That could prove to be fatal as Reason comes in on Strelok, just about returns. Wow! Baleka gets there in the nick of time as Anxious has 0 health. The flag dropped on the podium. And allowing the counterattack from Baleka, capturing to make it 5-1. So they're completely running away with it right now. It looks with 2 minutes to go, there isn't really any way back from Team Legionnaire, unless they can really think of something. Because they have nothing, well, they have everything to lose right now. Strelok takes the Legionnaire flag yet again. Anxious in there, has a repair kit, uses it, but Baleka's going to go in there and block him off. It looks to be a capture just about for Strelok, making it 6-1. Looks like Team Legionnaire have completely crumbled. And this capture from Reason isn't going to do too much in terms of how the score's going, because it's 6-2. No health left, taken out by Baleka. Baleka's got a repair kit up there, so he is safe as he makes his way across the bridge. Look what he's doing now, he's just staying at the top of that bridge, dealing as much damage to Anxious as he can, allowing Strelok to come in front, finishing off the job. And a well-played game by Team something22. Like I said before, the substitution where Baleka came in may have disrupted the momentum for their own team, but it seems to have gone in favour, and they've come out on top, 7-2 right now. And again, a little bit of action up on the top, but it's going to make absolutely no difference at all. Baleka up there controlling the top very nicely. Saves his repair kit right to the end. So 10 seconds to go. And a really good game. We saw a variation in the strategies, which is really nice to see. Gave us a little bit of a taste of maybe what's to come. Very nice gameplay. So congratulations to Team something22, winning this 3-1 in rounds. So that means that they're on to the losers brackets final against Team Exceptional, who lost against Team Force yesterday. So the winner of that game will be able to go up into the grand final of the whole tournament against Team Force for the chance of winning that all-important paint Gladiator. So yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed the stream. There'll be many more streams in the future, so just stay tuned. I've been James, your commentator. So yeah, see you in the next one. Bye.